Welcome to Songsmith 101. 3 chords in the truth? That's a question. If I could do it again, you know I'd do it the same. There's our intro. I'm sure you've all heard the expression, 3 chords in the truth. Country music is 3 chords in the truth. And I do appreciate the sentiment of that expression. Songs don't have to be complicated at all. You can do quite a lot with 3 chords. That said, I think that there's some problems with the expression that I would like to address in this episode. First of all, I just don't think the statement's very accurate. Most country songs are more than 3 chords. They're usually 4, 5, 6. Most of them, you've got your 1 chord, your 4 chord, your 5 chord. Usually, you're going to have the relative minor in there. Also, you'll see some like 2 minors and 3 minors in there. You'll see some embellishments of those chords. So, 3 chords in the truth, not very accurate, kind of oversimplified. Here's my second problem with it, and this is a bigger problem to me. There's a tendency for songwriters to stop developing as guitar players because they think they don't need to. They learn all their open chords. They buy a capo and they can move their capo up and down the neck and change keys, and they figure, I can do everything I need to do with these open chords. Now, there is a little truth to that in that, chords are the foundation of songs. You can do a tremendous amount with even just 3 or 4 chords. That said, there's more to it than that. For me, at least, I can't imagine myself developing as a writer had I not also developed as a guitar player. If all I was looking for was just to learn 3 chords, I wouldn't really have a lot of room to grow with this instrument, right? There's a foundation of music theory. There's learning scales, learning chords, learning the various voicings of the chords up and down the fretboard. Learning inversions of the chords, embellishments of the chords. How do the chords, how do the notes in the scale work to form chords, and how do those chords work to form the progressions that make sense in the particular key? All those things, it's kind of the basics of music theory, but they unlock all of this creative potential. For instance, I can't imagine myself writing a song like If I Could Do It Again without starting with the guitar part first. I can't imagine myself writing that song had I just strummed the chords like I did in the intro. For me, the song was a result of figuring this out. Playing with that idea. To me, that has an attitude to it, and it made me think about my youth and some reckless choices I made. And I started hearing a melody. Best friends in the pickup truck, Panama City bound, 8 hours in the back room blowing with the sun beating down. And that sent me off to the races on writing If I Could Do It Again. At its core, If I Could Do It Again is composed of 3 main chords. B chord, F sharp major, and E major. That's the 1 chord, the 5 chord, and the 4 chord. You can strum the song that way. Doesn't have quite the same attitude. The point I want to make is that the chords that are there aren't all open chords. They're not everyday chords, right? It's not a capo with me playing an A shape, an E shape, and a D shape. It's going a little deeper than that, understanding the notes that are in the key of B and understanding the chords that those notes have the potential to form, and being able to explore those possibilities. I'm able to create a lot more movement, and the movement that's created is what helped to inspire that lyrical content and what inspired the phrasing of the melody. To me, I can't separate the two. To me, it's 3 chords in the truth misses all of that. And I would encourage an aspiring songwriter, someone starting out on the guitar, to not shortchange yourself by thinking that, the guitar isn't a crucial part or can't be a crucial part of the creative process. Never would have come up with that. The lyrical content came as a result of hearing that. Dropped all my quarters at the Lee Street car wash. See, there's so much more movement there. Even though it's not necessarily a chord change, like you couldn't just strum all that movement out, it wouldn't sound right. But the movement is what creates something interesting for the melody to kind of come to life with, or counter to, or however you want to do it. So I wouldn't have written Something to Lose without developing as a guitar player and being able to hear these different possibilities. It's not always the case. Again, country music can be 3 chords and the truth. It doesn't have to be more complicated. Maybe next year is 3 chords, but it was inspired by just nothing complicated about that, GCD. It inspired the song, it inspired the melody. No need to change it, no need to make it more complicated than it was. I was able to use it as a vehicle to get my idea out. My point is, it's not that being complicated or a deep knowledge of music theory or guitar technique is a prerequisite to writing good songs. It's not a prerequisite by any means. It is helpful, or at least it was extremely helpful for me to give me more options, more colors, to basically help me form a deeper relationship with this instrument so that it could inspire me at times, so that there was more of a back and forth. So in summary, 3 chords and the truth. Yeah, I get it. I appreciate the sentiment. There is some truth to that expression. However, don't let it keep you from developing as a guitar player. There is value in developing as a guitar player or just a musician in general. It'll broaden your horizons and allow you to explore other possibilities and hopefully make you more creative, more expressive. That's the real goal here. I think in future episodes I'm going to continue exploring this. How does a songwriter who plays guitar break out of the 3-chord box? What are some techniques you can use? What are some techniques that have worked for me, for example? So we'll look at that in future episodes. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I hope to see y'all again soon. Take care.